Hi, I'm Dan Schmitt. I do a motorcycle racing TV show called Team Chicago Challenge. My email is teamdan45@gmail.com, and I'd love to hear from my audience. My website is teamchicago.tv. We're at Indianapolis Raceway Park, NHRA, National Hot Rod Association. This is the big event. This is their biggest event. All the different classes are here. We're going to cover mainly the mountain motor class. That's what my good friend Dennis Furcus races in, and I'm going to look at some of the pro stock bikes also. So this is the first time I had a chance to look at pro stock bikes, and they're turning 6 seconds also. So we got 6-second cars with the mountain motor. We got 6-second bikes. And also in this show, I'm going to show a little bit of helmet cam footage for when I raced there. In fact, in 1980, the third road race I ever road raced at this track. I'm even going to show you a couple pictures of me working on my Triumph right here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. So let's check out the racing action. Remember my email, teamdan45@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from my audience. It is Monday morning, Labor Day, 2022, as we see Denny Furcus, my good friend, and his crew getting their car ready. Dennis's crew includes his daughter Kelly and her husband Brian McIndow. We got Steve and Liz Sersaja. We got Tim Jacobs, the Fleming brothers, Jeff and Eric. As we see another one of the mountain motor cars being unloaded. Mountain motor cars are limited to 830 cubic inches. They must weigh 2,415 pounds. They are door slammers. They got to be carbureted or fuel injected. And now we're looking at the top Fuel Dragsters. They will start the program, but first, America's #1 song.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
America's #1 song, as we see the parachutists clearing out, because it is now time for the top Fuel Dragsters. I'm going to try to show a good number of these matchups, because this is pretty impressive. If you've never been to an NHRA National, it is loud and thunderous. It is Josh Hart turning 369 at 328 miles per hour with his R&L cartilage dragster. Doug Foley had a problem. He only turned at 10.6 at 83 miles per hour. Top Fuel Dragsters take big horsepower and go very fast. Now we got Anton Brown up against Trip Tatum. Got the Lucas Oil Dragster against Tatum Racing. Anton Brown goes 371 at 330 miles per hour. Trip Tatum 3.737 at 327 miles per hour. A blink is the difference between their time. As Anton Brown wins that matchup. Next up is Doug Coletta. He's on that Mac Tool Dragster, Clay Minicam, Parts Plus. Doug Coletta turns 3.713 at 328 miles per hour. Clay Minicam turns 3.72.1 at 320 miles per hour. Next up, it is Brittany Force. She is driving the Monster Energy, 369.5 at 334 miles per hour. Dan Mercer had a problem. He only turned a 10.46 at 39 miles per hour. As we see the instant replay, Brittany Force, John Force's daughter. You can see even in 3.5 seconds, you got to drive these dragsters to keep them straight on the track. Next up, Mike Salinas. Mike Salinas goes 3.742 at 331 miles per hour. Tony Shoemaker had a problem. He turned a 5.07 at 139.
Taking the tire off of it out there in the middle of the racetrack. Tony Schumacher has had some spectacular, magical weekends at Indy.
Next up, Justin Ashley against Sean Langdon. Justin Ashley goes 3.69 at 331 miles per hour. Sean Langdon went 3.728 at 308 miles per hour. Steve Torrance goes 369.3 at 328 miles per hour when the Mac Tool Copco Dragster. Austin Pock went 377 at 325 miles per hour. Capco Construction and Mac Tools picking a win in that matchup. Now it's Billy Torrance taking on lovely Lee Pruitt. Billy Torrance does 3.74 at 324 miles per hour. Leah Pruitt had a problem. She only went 5.12 at 146 and had Dodge Power Plus Dragster. And now we're looking at a couple funny cars, not just a couple. That is John Force. He's got that peak Chevrolet Camaro. John Force went 3.931 at 321 miles per hour. As we see the instant replay, we see that Paul Lee had a problem. John Force kept that funny car straight down the strip, and now Bob Tasca got that Ford Motorcraft Mustang. He's up against Jim Campbell. The Mustang goes 388 at 329 miles per hour. Jim Campbell had a problem with an 823 at 76 miles per hour. Back in the staging area, I had a chance to talk to John Force and Bob Tasca. Let's go to that right now.
Tasca and that beautiful Ford back there. And let me tell you something, he's a hot item right now. His old hot rod's flying. So, and me, I may be on a jet real soon flying if I don't get this thing going. But I'm still in.
Thank you. What do you want to say?
Hey, listen, It's great to be out here with John. To see what he does at his age is truly extraordinary. But if all plays out, we'll see him again in the finals.
Thank you, gentlemen. Now, just west of IRP, Indianapolis Raceway Park is an industrial area, and this is John Force Racing Shop. It is a huge operation. One of these days I'm going to look into and find out what they do at John Force Racing. Now it is time for the Pro Stock Motorcycles. First elimination round. We've got Hector Harada Jr. He's on at Harada Racing, Lucas Oil, Fuel. He's up against Mark Ingerson. To the wire, it is Hector Harada turning 688 at 195. Ingerson turned to 692 at 194. What a tight race. Next up, we've got Jerry Savoir at White Alligator Racing up against Chip Ellis. Jerry Savoir goes 687 at 194. Chip Ellis goes 709 at 190. They are flying on these motorcycles. Next up is Hyena Ivaresco up against Eddie Krevich. Eddie Krevich is sponsored by Vance and Hines. Hyena Ivaresco goes 695 at 193 miles per hour. Eddie Kravitz goes 696 at 194. Looks like the Gale has picked up the win in this match. Now we got Steve Johnson on it, SJ Racing Suzuki up against Kelly Sloan. Line. It is Steve Johnson with a 690 at 195. Kelly Coons turned 697 at 192. Steve Johnson moves on. And now it's Angelle Sampey on the line. And I mentioned in last week's show that I met her back in 2002, April, at No Problem Raceway. She came out to see the Wera National Endurance Series. This is the two of us in Louisiana, 2002, and I had a chance to talk to Angelle.
Hi everybody, I'm Angelle Sampey, driver of the Vance and Hines Mission Suzuki, #1 qualifier here at the U.S. Nationals, and we are definitely on a mission to win this race today and hopefully win a championship. I have 3 under my belt, looking for the 4th. Would love to do it this year.
So how's the track conditions?
Well, today we got an overcast track. It's going to be nice and cool, but you never know what you're going to get. Sun might come out, change the track temperature, and that's when it gets tricky, when the weather's changing back and forth from overcast to sunny. Never know what's going to happen. Thank goodness I don't have to tune the motorcycle. That's all up to Andrew Hines. He'll figure it out, get me down the track safe and smooth, and hopefully with a wind light in my lane.
So what kind of horsepower is that bike making?
My Vance and Hines Suzuki produces about 400 horsepower. It has the brand new Suzuki 4-valve that Vance and Hines has developed. It is super, super quick, fast. The name of my motorcycle, I call her Beauty, and I say she's a beast because she is one tough cookie to handle.
Thank you, Angelle. She's on that Mission Food Vance and Hines Suzuki. She's up against Ron Townau. Oh no! Her reaction time was a .220. She went faster in the quarter mile, but she lost at the line. Reaction time is critical. It's the time between the light turning green and the front wheel breaking the beam. Next qualifying, It is Matt Schmitt. Second fast qualifier up against Scotty Polachek. Matt Schmitt is on the Dunso. Stock Stuff Fuel. Matt Schmitt goes 6.86 at 198. Scotty Polachek goes 7.03 at 194. He had a bad reaction time of .627. Matt Schmitt wins that round. Now we're going to head back to 1999. Indianapolis Raceway Park. We're a National Endurance. This is my helmet cam footage from 1999, but I have a long history of Indianapolis Raceway Park. We're going to go back to 1980, the first year I road raced any motorcycles. I ran the Rocket 3 BSA at Blackhawk Farms in Road America. This was the Wera GNF. I rode my Triumph 750 Twin in the Trackmaster frame. Didn't do too well, but it was my first season of road racing, 1980. And then we developed the Yamaha Seika in 1981-82 with 4 and 6 cycle. You can see me leading the pits. And you can see it is a wet surface. In 1982, I believe, was the only time I ever won a road race solo in the rain. This must be 1981 on the Seika at Indianapolis Raceway Park, because I got number 602. This is Jim Rashett's Seika. And now we're seeing a little film shot by my good friend Mike Calvert at Indianapolis Raceway Park in 1982, I believe. This was a GTU race, a 1-hour race. I'm running about 6th or 7th place. The GTU are 1-hour races. The GTU were for bikes over 600 cc's. And Jimmy Rashett built a very fast Yamaha Seika. Mike Calvert shooting this film. We're looking at the second carousel behind the racetrack. Mike is shooting from the grandstands, and you can see as I come through the back kink, and that will take me through the pass between the grandstands onto the drag strip. 1982. And now in 1987, when I started the TV show and started covering motorcycle racing, this was the 3rd motorcycle race I shot in 1987. In 1989, when I got the FCR from the Yamaha dealers, Yamaha FCR 600, Dave Barnyard and I raced the 6-hour endurance at Indianapolis Raceway Park. I could probably dig out the results and see how we did. But the bike ran all 6 hours pretty good. We had a great race. And one of my first Team Chicago endurance racing. And I also have footage of Gary Nixon racing at IRP 1963, I believe. AMA National at IRP, as you see Gary heading back into the staging area, leading this race on a 500 Triumph Twin 4-stroke motorcycle. What great footage of Gary Nixon. And now we're looking at Bill Neri's Mountain Motor Pro Stock car. He's a local hero out of the Chicago area. And I had a chance to talk to Bill earlier today.
Hi, Bill Neri, Barrington, Illinois. 3 years in this mountain motor Pro Stock. Came from the original ranks for the Pro Mod, and enjoying this mountain motor 825-inch Hemi get together here at NHRA. Plan on doing all the races next year with NHRA, and looking forward to the future with a lot of great racers.
Thank you, Bill. And now we're looking at John DeFlorian, Amsoil, Jerry Haas built race car. This is the car that he races in the mountain motor Pro Stock class, and he was the fast qualifier at this event. And I had a chance to talk to John earlier today.
I'm John DeFlorian, and I race Mountain Motor Pro Stock in the NHRA and the PDRA, and we're out here today with our Camaro running NHRA at the U.S. Nationals. So we're pretty happy to be here at the Big Go, and it's been a lot of fun so far. There's a lot of good cars out here running with us. There's 10 cars out here, and everybody's done really, really well. We were fortunate enough that we were able to get the #1 qualifying spot. So we're excited about that and see where that takes us. The competition is fierce. I mean, it's going to be a brutal battle to get all the way through this thing and get into the later rounds and hopefully maybe bring home that win. But that's the objective. The track's really good. We've got a lot of cloud cover, which is a benefit. Now the sun's been trying to peek in and out a little bit, but as long as we keep it where it's at, the track should be really good. We're not sure exactly when we're going to run just yet, but it's going to be probably here in the next couple hours. And that'll take us into the first round of eliminations, and see what happens. Hopefully everything goes good, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, John. And now we're looking at the Morton Brothers Racing Mountain Motor Pro Stock car. And in staging, I had a chance to talk to the driver, Elijah Morton.
My name's Elijah Morton. I'm a Mountain Motor Pro Stock driver. I drive a Larry Jeffers race car, only one built by Larry Jeffers. I have an Allen competition motor. AED carburetors are doing the tuning as well, and we're doing some modern updates. Modern is in Monroe or over by Charlotte, North Carolina, and Mooresville actually, but we're #2. We got bumped down to #2. We're #1 after second round. Racing NHRA, race Indy, the biggest race of the year. Glad to be here. Have a little sunshine, and let's go do it.
Thank you, Elijah. And now this is the first eliminating round for the Mountain Motor Pro Stock cars. We got Tommy Lee and John Puccino. They watch the lights. It is Tommy Lee going 6.607 at 186, but John Puccino went a 6.334 at 221 miles per hour. He will now move on. He will make it to the quarterfinals. Next up, we got Tony Gillett up against Dwayne Rice. This is the second pair of Mountain Motor Pro Stock cars. Tony Gillett running a 6.304 at 222 miles per hour. Dwayne Rice got a 6.43.1 at 219 miles per hour. Gillett is going to go to the quarterfinals. Next up, we got Elijah Morton. He was the fast qualifier, now he's the second fast qualifier. He's up against Derek Reed. Derek Reed turns a 6.46 at 218 miles an hour. Elijah Morton He had a problem. He's got a 745 at 142 miles per hour. Derek Reeds is going to the quarterfinals. Final matchup, Dennis Furcus with the A, foreign and domestic starters and alternators and AMSOIL up against John DeFlorian with the Jerry Haas race cars. Final matchup, Mountain Motor Pro Stock. It is John DeFlorian going 6:31.8 at 221 miles per hour. Dennis Furcus 6:49 at 2:15. John DeFlorian will be going to this quarterfinals. And Dennis is out of the program. So as we head back to the pits, let me wrap this up. And top fuel was Anton Brown over Brittany Force. He had a 370 over Brittany Force 371. FunnyCars, it was Ron Capps with a 391 over Robert Height, who had a problem turning a 7.6. In Pro Stock Bikes, it was Matt Schmitt with a 6.8 over Karen Stouffer. She had an 8.0. She had a problem on her run. And in Mountain Motor Pro Stock Cars, John Pacino beat Tony Gillick to the line. Special thanks to NHRA, Sunoco Oil, and Pep Boys for their super wonderful Jumbotron. It made the show look great. For more information on the National Hot Rod Association, it's NHRA.com.